Hi guys, this is Jessica here, aka Yes Retro Girly 33 here, and I wanted to give you guys a tutorial of how I make custom content in the original Sims 1 game, aka the Sims Complete Collection. Because I don't have the Legacy Collection version of the Sims 1 on Steam yet, I'm going to be getting that tomorrow. I really don't know if I can get the Sims creator to work in the legacy version. There is someone that did created a fix version for the legacy collection. It's on GitHub, but I don't have the legacy version yet, so I'm sticking to the collection. How I got the Sims 1 complete collection to work is that it's very complicated. I did a lot of research on how to finally get it to work, and then WineCGUI, which is the one that I'm using. I'm currently using a Linux for my MSI Claw handheld because Windows 11, honestly, it's just not very stable for this handheld. It's not well optimized, so I switched it to a Linux OS using Beccite, Beccite, which is sort of like a Steam OS Linux version. So that is what I'm sticking to because so far it's just the most stable with the MSI Claw handheld. And it's actually the MSI Claw A, I don't remember the model, but it is not the newest. It's not the newest A, it's not the newest version. I think it's A1M. I don't remember. Anyways, this is not the new MSI Claw model. It's the oldest because I got it on clearance at Best Buy. So it was like under $500. So let's get on to the tutorial, shall we? So these are the ones that I'm using for this tutorial. I have did this myself. It's mainly the heads. I'm going to be doing the bodies in probably another video because I'm still experimenting on how to UV bodies and such. Well, I did this Victoria texture from the movie version. It is a little weird, but the results actually came out pretty good. I did a lot of UV adjustments, and this is what I'm going to do with her Munkustrup's daughter, Eliza, because this does not look that great. Okay, so I used GIMP to modify the picture, just like I did it with this one. So how I did it is that I mainly just split it in half pretty much. All I did was split the picture in half. And if I'm satisfied with it, I can go on to the next step. I click copy and then paste as single layer. And then get rid of that. And then pretty much just like flip it and move it to the other side. So I'm going to keep this disabled for now. What's really great about this version of GIMP is that even though I wasn't really used to the new GIMP version at first, because I'm so used to version 2.8, what I like about this one is that because I'm using a Linux, I don't have Microsoft Paint on here. So I don't have to use Microsoft Paint to, adjust, to reconvert the texture. Because I can pretty much just leave it at RGB so it won't mess up the colors. And then save the BMP as. I'm going to make an extra file here. Hold on a minute. If I can find the desktop. Sorry that the camera's a little shaky. So I pretty much go to home, desktop, and then I might overwrite the face or just create a new copy. And then do not write color space information. And make sure that it's at 24-bit in RGB format because the Sims actually doesn't accept anything else other than 24-bit. And then it will work. But as soon as I upload this image, it's going to look super weird. See? that's because the UV maps are not correct. So I have to do that because this is obviously the Victoria one. Oh, that's the body. That's Eliza's body, which I'm going to fix in another video. Okay, so the reason why it is a little bit off is because the picture's not high enough, but that will be easy fix because I can do that via GIMP. That's a pretty easy one, kind of anyway. So I think I'm going to copy this picture as a reference and paste it as a single layer. Oh, wrong one. Sorry. I always click on the wrong one. Okay. Yeah, I did use the right one. Okay. And then paste it as new layer. Make sure. Oh, okay, that is not correct, but we can fix that, right? Right? All I know is that the texture that I did was basically a little bit higher than the Eliza one, but that can be fixed. That can totally be fixed. So, oh. I meant to select the other one. Okay, so I'm gonna lift up this photo a little bit. This is a pretty easy fix. Not really, because depending on the face, I did make this face feel a little different than the Victoria one. All right, I won't be able to use the camera while doing this, but all I know is that I have to hold the shift button and then just basically like stretch the picture. Be right back. And so I have stretched the picture, and this is pretty much what it looks like. So I'm going to see what happens if I want to see if this will look correct. I'm just going to reload the picture. Okay, so it looks slightly correct, but I feel like there's something wrong with a few things. So, for number one, the lips are wrong. Just a little bit. Right down here, it's a little wrong. Okay, just gonna, oh, I meant to do it right here. Okay, now they look just a little, yeah, that's what I mean. Like, they look a little weird, but that's completely fine because it is The Sims 1 after all. So you're gonna expect that in The Sims 1. Make her eyes just be a little bit bigger on each side. So it's not entirely perfect, but I really like the result that I'm doing with this picture. I do want her to be a little more gray, in my opinion, because she looks a little bit brown in this one. She does look a little bit darker, and Eliza's supposed to be a gray tabby, but this is what she looks like. It looks pretty decent. Really, really decent. Like, I mean, like, there's something wrong with this part a little bit. Like, this part is not perfect. I wonder if there's some sort of a way to fix that. Now, where could that part be, though? Okay. I guess it's fixable, I guess. Alright, hold on. Let me try to fix that. My fingers are getting a little tired from holding this camera, but that's okay. Okay, so I think I'm just going to leave it as this and then change the color of the texture a little bit. So I'll be right back for that one. So this looks a lot better now. Her texture is changed to more of a gray color, which I'm really, really satisfied with. So we're going to put that, we're going to change that. No, I'm not opening that yet. And you see, she's a lot gray, which I really like because she's a gray tabby after all. So, let's see if I can get this to focus. You see these things, right? You see that? You will have to change those to something else. It can't be C040FA. And there's a reason why that is because the letters and the numbers, including the gender and the name like Vicky, it has to be a different name in order for the game to register that it is a new mesh. If you don't have that much knowledge on that, then you can always look up the GitHub website about this plugin for Blender. You just look up the Sims 1 Blender plugin, and then it shows like a GitHub website, and then you can just go there. But this is pretty complicated stuff, and I know how to do that myself. It's just that I don't think I'll be able to show you guys in this video. But as soon as I give this a pause and change everything, then I will show you guys the difference, okay? Okay, so I had changed a little bit on this file. I just hope that it shows up in the Sims creator. So instead of saying C040, it's C041. And then it has the FA, which means female adult. And then I put in Lisa or Liza. Yeah, Liza as the full name for Eliza. And there is a reason why, though. It's because I could have just put in Eliza, but I didn't want to. I just wanted to create like a short name of her name. So in the Sims, your character, like your character's name has to be up to 8 characters, like 8 letters. So that's pretty much how this works. It can only fit up to like 8 names or more. I don't know the limit of the letters. All I know is that it's better to put it up to 8 letters than more than 8, in my opinion, to prevent conflicts and confusions from the game's code. So here it is. So I'm just going to export her real quick. Let's see, export. You got to select the Sims 1, which is CMX/BCF. You have to make it as a CMX, or else it won't create a skin file with the CMX. So, you see? And then it's already exported. So now you should have, sorry guys, you should have the X skin file, like the skin file, and the CMX. Now, put all these 3 into your disk drive. If you have Windows, it should be like in C program files 86X, and then Max is the Sims game data and the skins. The Linux sort of has the same location, but it's a little bit complicated. I decided to copy here just in case. Now we're going to open the Sims creator and see if it recognized the skin. If it's up to 134 heads, that means if the head meshes say 134, it means that a new mesh has been recognized or has been found. So I'm going to see if it found it. 134. There she is. This is Eliza's head. It has recognized it. It has registered it. And there you go. This is sort of like almost like a cat/human feline of the Sims, because you were like, it's possible to create for a reason stuff. But I will show you guys how I can fix the texture for this body, because it is a little weird. I even included her collar and stuff. So yeah, I don't like the way that her belly looks. It just looks so uneven, and I gotta fix that. So I hope that you guys enjoy this tutorial. I hope this wasn't too complicated for you guys. And if it was, I can help you guys with that. So give this tutorial a big thumbs up, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.